Hi, I'm Steve Ferroli, and I hope you are enjoying my presentation of Saving Youth Baseball. I'd like to remind you to like our Facebook page, Ted Williams Baseball League, and also would like to remind you that all the Saving Youth Baseball clips will be presented in chronological order at the website address below. Unfortunately, this segment of Saving Youth Baseball is being shot during the surge or high point of the Corona-19 virus. However, despite the adverse conditions our nation is facing, both in health and economy, and despite the sadness and sympathy that we are all feeling to the thousands of families facing loss of life and other complications due to this virus, I cannot help but be motivated by the courageous, unselfish dedication of the various levels and teams of our medical field, fighting this monster in a tireless way, day in, day out, for our safety, literally putting their lives in danger for others. I am also moved and motivated by the genuine creative heart and spirit of everyday people to rally forward. In a similar light, I have always tried to find the positive in every situation, regardless of how difficult it may be. While millions of us are home, idle, waiting, worrying, I would like to suggest that part of that time be spent to try to strengthen youth baseball. If you are interested, I would like to begin that process with this mental picture in mind. Well, let's consider the entire youth baseball community out waiting for a bus, the youth baseball bus. The parents, the players, the coaches, the umpires, they're all waiting to get on that bus. And that bus is on its way with a new paint job. And everybody's excited to get on that bus again this year to play youth baseball. Unfortunately, beneath the new paint job is a vehicle that was built in the late 40s. And while it was a commendable vehicle for the time as a startup model, today it doesn't have power brakes, it doesn't have power steering, it doesn't have high beams, it doesn't have a rear emergency door, it doesn't have seat belts, it doesn't have FM radio, it doesn't have GPS. It is out of date. Now this bus, by today's standards, is uncomfortable and unsafe. But because the baseball volunteer, the baseball parent, does not understand the details of how a bus is mechanically put together, they pay the fare, they board the bus, and they head into another baseball season mesmerized by tradition, routine, and schedule. The coronavirus has interrupted the bus schedule. The coronavirus has interrupted the youth bus schedule. It has required the bus driver to stay home. It has required the bus to be parked for weeks until further notice. This unlikely and odd disruption in baseball scheduling will give the baseball parent, precisely at the right time of year, the amount of time to investigate and become educated on the details of this level of play and how they relate to safety. This education will allow them to make some simple repairs for a truer version of youth baseball. Let's pull that bus into the shop and fix it together. Let's use the coronavirus delay as the much needed time to make some simple repairs for a better, truer version of youth baseball. I hope you have enjoyed this portion of Saving Youth Baseball. I'd like to remind you again to like our Facebook page, Ted Williams Baseball League, and also remind you that all Saving Youth Baseball clips will be presented in chronological order at the website below. I'm guessing there'll be 12 to 20 before I'm done. I try to keep them about 4 minutes long. I'm Steve Ferroli. Get a good pitch to hit.